Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest. Today, we are going to be talking about Charlotte. We're going to be talking about Charlotte because she is going to be a very important unit in Global. She's going to be around for a long time, and no matter how much I think she might be bait with Summer Killfate coming out next week, it's no way is that a discount to how powerful and how relevant she will be going forward. Let's go ahead and dig in. So Charlotte is, every fanboy's dream if you've been from, Brave Exvius world. But of course, Charlotte is going to be a Knight of the Holy Shield. She has access to Sub Monk and Thief. Her TMR, the Knight of Grandshelt, right? A little shout out there to the world of Grandshelt, or the Kingdom of Grandshelt, I guess. HP 584, Spirit 12. Reduces the damage taken 35% for 3 times itself, which I love. Restore AP 15 for self. You're gonna probably be putting this on Charlotte. Mastery ability increases HP 10% for lightning allies, increases lightning attack 15 for lightning allies, increases spirit 10 for self, and HP 5% for self as well. Is gonna make her very beefy, very powerful. She's gonna come in at about 4,700 HP. Naturally, she's gonna have 22 spirit. You'll notice she does not naturally have any defense. That is because she's gonna be geared towards being a magical tank. So if you do want to counter Black Rose, Helena, or any type of magical composition that may be happening in the future, this is definitely going to be the way to go. 64 agility, she is fast, 20% magic resistance, 10% missile resistance, and 10% slash resistance. You may want to consider with the missile resistance with the spirit, she's going to be probably pretty good at countering Jaden as well in the future. So you might want to put that down in your notes just as you are thinking about her kit and thinking about the potential uses that she may have in the future. Taking a look at her support passives, she does have the Pride of the Knight. I'm not sure I'll be setting this. This gives defense debuff resistance and spirit debuff resistance. I'm much more likely going to be setting the Noble Spirit or Thief's Knowledge for movement 1 agility up and spirit 12 HP 12%. You may even just want to go all HP and go HP up and Noble Spirit as well. Her counter, the upgraded version, Unrelenting Determination, has a 30% chance to proc, and it'll increase spirit 10% for self. So very beautiful counter ability here. Her limit break has very high range, very high AoE. It's going to decrease attack and magic 39% and increase her own defense and spirit 40% while doing a 200% modifier to the opponent. This is really great. This is basically like running in, using Sentinel and debuffing all of your opponents at the same time. I think this limit break is going to see use. I think this is going to be a pain in people's ass. Definitely an exciting LB. Taking a look at her main kit. Now, she is able to get defense debuff resistance and spirit defense debuff resistance with her passive 100%. Again, do I think that's the most important thing? Maybe not right now. It does, of course, the attract wall does increase the chance of being targeted by 12, and that's great. The one kind of drawback with Charlotte, and I said this in a video where I reviewed her in the past, Charlotte seems like a unit that has to use 2 buffs in order to be like ready and fully functional, whereas a lot of other tanks really only need to use 1, right? So using Warrior of Light as an example, all Warrior of Light really has to do is Brave Presence, and he's semi-buffed and he has Hate Up. Charlotte is going to use Attract Wall, and it's going to give Hate Up, but is the defense debuff resistance and spirit debuff resistance really that critical for her? That's kind of the question, right? Because what you really want her to use is her glorious armor next, right? Which is going to increase defense 20, spirit 20, adds protect, adds shell, adds regen, right? So you would want to, I almost wish Attract Wall would just be combined with glorious armor. I feel like there's going to be situations where you're using Attract Wall, and because the enemy's in range of being attacked, Charlotte will not use glorious armor. I'm really a little nervous about that, just because I think, if Charlotte's not going to buff herself, we're going to have AI problems definitely going into the future. Other than that, she has stunning edge, you know, pretty standard lightning strike, which is, again, one of the first times in global where we have reduced counter chance, right? So if you are going up against Yunas, for example, you do have to be close range, but it is going to decrease lightning resistance and reduce counter chance 100 for 3 turns to target, which will be really good. Speed Punish, decrease agility 25% for 3 turns to targets. I'm actually really excited for this ability. This is an ability that is pretty good. Then we finally have the Grand Shelt Wall, which is your job level 25 ability, which is going to increase all attack resistances 8% for 3 turns to allies. And again, this is one of those abilities that's really good, right? But I think more likely you're going to be setting her sub job as Knight of Grand Shelt, and you're going to want to be having her use something like Blessing of the Holy Fort, which is going to give lightning resistance, water resistance, and dark resistance 20% for 3 turns to allies, which would be much more effective than the Grand Shelt Wall. Now, the Grand Shelt Wall may have some like niche uses. I imagine you will probably be turning this off. Maybe not, maybe we'll have to see, but I do think you'll probably be wanting to use Blessings of the Holy Fort instead. Paralyzed Blade is also in her sub job kit. I think almost entirely you're going to be subbing her Knight of Grand Shelt. If we take a look at some of her other sub job options here, sub job Monk doesn't really give anything interesting. She does get combo, so if you are going for like a lightning chain maybe, but even then you would probably go for like a lightning slash chain, not a lightning fist chain. Although Mariluke did get her EX, so maybe there's some lightning fist shenanigans in like a raid in the future. And then of course Sub Thief is going to have access to Confusion Dagger. Probably more importantly though, Steal Time if you ever need a lightning element unit that is not Vadim. I would guess Vadim has Steal Time. So again, just something to think about, something to reflect on. I think you'll probably just be subbing her Holy Knight of Grand Shelt, or Holy Knight of the Shield. Knight of the Holy Shield. My God, I cannot talk today. In terms of vision cards coming out in the future, we do have Guard Scorpion, which is just going to be universally good, but it does give lightning units slash resistance 20%. We have Frederica, if you're going to be pairing Frederica or 9S, right, with Frederica's Dream, which will give missile resistance 20%. Of course, Igaion is probably the best vision card for her. HP 25%, of course, slash attack up, accuracy up, gonna be pretty god tier. And of course, Coral is also going to be absolutely incredible. So she's gonna be pretty good. Again, if you've seen my video where we talk about is Charlotte bait though, the question really comes down to why are you pulling for Charlotte? What do you need Charlotte for? The majority answer people are gonna give, they're either pulling Charlotte for Cloud, they don't have a tank, or they are trying to counter Black Rose Helena. The question is, do you need to pull for her? I would say probably not, because you're going to get select tickets with her on them in the future. And we do know that Summer Kilfei is going to be coming out next week, which will be an effective counter to Black Rose Helena, and she is going to be a limited time unit. So you might as well pull on Summer Kilfei and not Charlotte for now. Anyway, everybody kind of has their own decision to make around that. I hope you guys are going to have a great rest of your day. We're going to be doing a Trials of Reckoning guide here for later in the afternoon, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everybody. Have a good one.